All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the standings. Oh, can you set it shows the score on Iron Maiden?
Yeah, let's take a look at
Yep, there we go.
what the score is on Iron Maiden. So here's
Peppers 07 got his Hobbit from Joe. How do you like Hobbit? Because I'll tell you what, I really like Hobbit.
All right, so here's our current top 10.
All
We've
right.
got Eric Russell, Bob Choate, Eric Wagensonner, Adam McKinney, Levi Naiman, Frank Romero, Sanjay Shah, Jason Soller, Elliot Keith, and Steve Soller. So there's our top 10.
All
so
right.
Let's go take a look at what
We got
our
two
Maiden-
guys with the same first name and two guys with the same last name.
That's right. So on Iron Maiden, our current high score is still Eric Wagensonner at 160 million. So you think like, okay, we were playing the other
Wait a
day.
minute, I've gotten 180 million on that before. I'm
Remember-
joining the tournament.
Remember though, all of these games are set super, super tight.
That's
so
true.
you breathe on them, you're gonna tilt them out.
It's true.
So that's where we currently are with Iron Maiden. If you need to or want to see any other scores, let us know. We can definitely make some accommodations. But let's go back to Iron Maiden of all things, and let's see what
Scribble looks at that wrong guy on the list. What are you looking at?
somebody tilted out.
Well, weren't you just talking about it being set pretty tight?
Yeah, it was. And as soon as we switched to it, somebody tilts. So, I don't know what's happening here. Is it just plunging balls? Somebody.
I don't have an extra one.
I've got power here, but you can't go far.
I know, we got to solder something in that fucking rack.
Oh, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I wish I did. We already brought ours in to power all our power more shit on our side. Wait, what did we need ours for?
Look.
Well, look, we're here. We're trying to help. We're trying to help guys.
We're good.
Oh, okay, we need it. Okay.
Yeah, we need it all.
We try to be helpful to each other. That's pinball. You try to be helpful.
That's right.
Yeah.
Looks like an accountant right now. Very serious.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Somebody's pulling and tugging on cables. Is that you back here?
You all right, Joe?
Hold on. You're hitting the table. Are we live? Are we good? We're running into some technical difficulties. Please stand by. I'm just kidding. I'll talk about it. They can work out the technical stuff. So, we're back on Iron Maiden. Tomorrow we should have more games up and running on the cams.
5 o'clock for the last round, round 4, and for 5 o'clock.
Going into round 4 on the match play tournament in about 20 minutes, but on to Iron Maiden.
Thank you. All right. Sorry about that.
They're good.
Had some physical difficulties. It almost ripped my cables out of the computer. So we're good now.
All right, so let's see what's going on here.
So again, 160 million is what our target score is for number 1. Now, is that possible? It's absolutely possible.
Oh, it's absolutely beatable.
Is it?
We'll see it beat before the tournament's over.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So we've got.
Although
apparently
Adam's getting dangers on just looking like he's just flipping.
No, I mean he was bumping. He was bumping.
I will do. Thank you.
So I mean it's scary.
Nicely done.
Got that lock.
Oh, so what mode's he in? This is the mode I was talking about earlier.
So this is you got to escape from the night. So
This
That
is shoot a ramp and then a spinner, right?
Yeah. So you'll shoot the purple shots, then you got to hit a spinner. But that animation is actually based off of Keith Elwin himself, of him walking across the screen in the darkness.
No.
Yeah, it's Keith Elwin.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I mean the baseball cap, the t-shirt, and the shorts, like with
Ah.
the scruffiness, like it's modeled after
You
a likeness of him.
pinball companies out there, if you ever find the need to have an animation of a big schlubby fat guy with a beard and a nose ring, hit me up. I'll do it for free.
Call me, I'm his manager. We won't do it for free.
Okay, maybe we won't do it for
I'm
free.
just kidding.
I'll do it for whatever he says we do it for.
There you go. All right, so we've got another guy back up on Iron Maiden.
So I have been noticing, I don't know if you've noticed, not a lot of people doing the skill shot. It was a nice catch though.
Well, the other thing is that this game is so new, and nobody else is going to help somebody else.
That's true.
You know, I'm guessing that they're maybe not paying attention to what the skill shot actually is, which is.
But there's got to be here. We've got M and U and Mummy. We've got 3 letters in Eddie. And we've got locks lit on both orbits, of
He's
course.
just got to hit one more white shot and he'll start a mode. Great ball control here, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Like that, it gives me anxiety when stuff bounces around like that. Like
Oh, yeah.
between the flippers, absolute anxiety.
So we're trapped up. Did he get a danger?
I'm not sure. It looks like he was trying to weigh his options on what he wanted to do. So now we're in a mode. So now this is Hallowed Be Thy Name. So all those shots are going to turn orange, and he's got to hit enough of them to break him out of the chains and get him out of jail. But he's also got both balls locked, 2 balls locked.
There we go. We got a lock lit.
Now we're going into Trooper multi-ball.
Oh, there we go.
In Hallowed Be Thy Name.
So essentially every shot
Okay,
is
that's
going to be
it.
some kind of some points.
So this is Adam McKinney that's playing. We appreciate you guys knowing the people's names. We at one point tried to get everybody's name, but it was too much.
It was too much.
Intensive. So.
We tried to get people to get name tags to put them on the game when they went up to play, and it was a nightmare. So we'll figure it out. We'll learn people as we go.
That's right. So now the friendly guy in the black shirt with the glasses is up.
So out of multi-ball, he's got 2x qualified, right?
Yep.
He's got it. Yeah, it's not running.
Oh, yeah,
it flashes
it's not
when it's running.
Yep, it's not running. But he's also got Revive lit, which is it's
Ball save.
Not a ball save, but like almost like a kickback. That's what you can think about it as.
An outlane ball save.
Yep. Same thing as
Star Trek.
No, I wasn't thinking Star Trek. I was actually thinking the one in Game of Thrones. It'll come to me.
It's all right. We've been doing this a long time today. We're going to forget a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Well,
so
thank you, Jibon. You rock. And Peppers.
Pepper, no problem. No
problem. The only
problem.
thing that we ask is that you make sure you follow us here on Twitch and on all of our other social media. If you think that you like what we do, we definitely appreciate it. Also, if Moose 9000 is listening, thank you for the bits there.
The only thing that I ask,
you ask a lot sometimes,
is that you write your local pinball manufacturer and tell them that you demand mozzarella sticks as the next independent pinball machine theme, or just appetizers in general.
So, just FYI, we got a real contender here. We're starting ball 3 with 137 million points. So,
all right. So I'm trying to see. Oh, he's got to start before we can see what he's got completed.
It doesn't look like. It looks like. Oh.
They also happen to be working to fix an issue on Interflip. Oh, this camera's right on the edge.
Thank you. Yeah, it looks like they're working on Dragon right now.
Interflip Dragon.
They got a soldering iron and a multimeter out, so you know that's not a good day. But they're trying to fix up Dragon, so it looks like Adam is being nice and giving them some space.
Well, I wouldn't be wailing on a game while they're working on it right next to me either. I don't know if it's nice as so much as it's hey, like, let's be real here. You know, don't.
I mean, I agree, but he could just be like, no, I'm playing, get out of the way.
It's also true.
You know, so it's good to see people doing what needs to be done.
But because he's not plunging, we can't see what his. Well, it doesn't matter. I was going to say what his progress is on the power shots, but it doesn't matter because they don't carry over.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, that's a good question.
Wait,
Do they stay powered up, but you don't get to cash out the jackpot?
I believe they stay powered up and the jackpot stays lit, just like.
No, the jackpot goes out. I know the jackpot goes out.
Okay, but
wait, can anyone out there on the internet confirm that? I'm pretty sure when so say for example you set up powered spinners and power ramps. If you don't collect that jackpot and then you drain, that jackpot doesn't carry over to the next ball, does it? Anybody know?
And the only reason why I think that it might is because the playfield multiplier stays through balls. So if you get 3x multiplier and your timer's not done and you drain...
Wait, are you sure, or is it just if you qualify it stays? We're back to playing.
Well, now I'm not sure.
It's all right,
but anyway,
we're back to
we've
playing.
got the friendly guy in the black shirt up, apparently named Adam McKinney. I'm still going with the friendly guy in the black shirt. So we're cradled up on the right. We're on ball 3.
He's already got a danger.
Yep.
He's got lock lit at the left orbit.
Almost had it up there. So he's got to get up there again. Great ball control. That bounce between the flippers, like,
I like doing it.
I know you do. In the drain. That's all right. I think that's going to put him solidly in second. Let's see. No. That will put him in 100 and what? He's entering initials, which is always good.
He's at 130 something.
All right, so if he's on the higher end of that, he's going to be in 3rd place. If he's on the lower end of that, he's going to be in 4th place. So either way, not a bad job. 140 million, so that means that he is now in 3rd place. So that's awesome.
All right.
That's awesome.
And with these kind of tournaments, so this is something I do want to touch on. So in these kind of tournaments, there's more than at its core, playing great is what you want to do. You want to play as well as possible. But there are a limited number of entries. You have 24 total entries you can have, right? So you get 2 entries for free. You can buy additional entries up to a maximum of 24 entries. They only take your top 4 games, and that determines your place. So you think of it as like a point structure. So whoever the guy is in first place on a particular game, he immediately has 200 points. And then his score determines the value of everyone else. So, if you have 100 million points, and you're in first place on something, you get 200 points for that. And then you come in second place with 75 million points. The value, the actual tournament points you earn are determined by that point value. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, you really, and I fell into this at Pinburg one year at the Intergalactic, is that you might have a game that you think you're really good at, or you're really good at, right? But you have to, and you go to put up a game on it, and you don't put up a satisfactory score. You're not happy with it. Well, you could burn another entry and try that game again. But, every time you burn an entry, those are entries you can't put on other machines.
Right.
Right? So, it's you can't just try over and over and over again until you get a score you're satisfied with. So it's all right, well, I only get a maximum of 24 entries, and you're paying money. You're paying cash for every entry.
Absolutely.
So you're actually this affects you monetarily. So it's well, I've tried this game 4 times. I don't have a satisfying score. Do I really want to try again? Because they only take your top 4.
Right.
So what I do now when I enter these formats of tournaments is that I'll go in and I will make sure I play every game. I'll play every game once.
Okay.
I'll play every game once just to make sure, because you never know. There might be a game that you're not very good at, but it just happens to be set up in a way that you smoke it.
Yeah,
what I mean?
And that's actually that's a good point. That's how I actually do better in competitions head to head. When I'm playing a game I don't necessarily know, I don't particularly like, or one that if you and I were to play Star Trek, Stern Star Trek, you and I both know all of the rules to that game. We can smoke that game. We know what we need to do for the amount of wood we need to chop on it.
Yep.
Whereas if we're to play a game that I've never played much,
Fireball 2.
yeah, no idea what I'm doing, but I then adopt that mentality of hit the lit shots, don't drain.
Yep.
And as I'm hitting those lit shots and not draining, that's all I'm focused on. It's not, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to complete the Enterprise, or I'm going to do this, and we're going to get into, Hand of the King mode or whatever. It's, all right, I'm just going to do safe shots. I know these shots. I'm going to hit, the drop targets. I'm going to hit this spinner. I'm going to do this. Everything's safe. And sometimes, to me, I find that I do way better on those games than I do on games that I really know and love.
Who's up?
It looks like we have Monsieur Steve Bowden up.
Is he on that? Is he on? Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we have.
So I don't know if you noticed what he did. So he light plunged, didn't hit anything, cradled up on the right flipper, and in doing that, look at that. Look. If you want to talk about a game with flow, real quick, this is the game. Anyway. Oh, and a danger on a drain. He light plunged, caught it on the right, and immediately hit the center. So I don't know what that does for you. Didn't get any skill shot or any super skill shot, but I'd like to watch different people's strategy. Here it is again.
But what it does do is it does give him, man, it's set to, are you kidding?
Oh,
That's how tight the game is set.
yeah.
I think
I
you're
mean,
right, Peppers.
I hope Peppers.
I'm telling you, we're going to have, by the end of this tournament, there's going to be 180 or a 200 million point game on this.
Yep.
You're going to see it. As time goes on, people are going to bring bigger games,
Targeting 5 o'clock for the last and final round.
and you're going to see some big scores.
Yeah, I mean, I watched him put up 800 million on Iron Maiden up in New York. So I mean, I know he knows what he's doing on this machine, which tells me that, you know, and that's the thing, is this is also a game that once you learn how to stack those modes, once you learn how to stack that risk reward, you can easily go ahead and smoke any, like 160 million is nothing, especially when that one tomb shot will give you 15 million points. As you increase your playfield multipliers, you know, that has a potential to give you 45 million points for one shot.
I've picked up 40 million points on one shot. I've picked up 29 million points on one shot. You can get some stupid scoring on this game. So what are we in? Aces high?
Yep. So he's got to shoot the blue arrows, but he also has added a ball. So now you'll see, which is another thing that I like about this. You're in a mode, the mode gives you 2 balls, and then you have an add a ball feature.
What's that?
It's all Lance Armstrong, 1 ball to win. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Also no, but yeah, the loops are satisfying. Look at that. Oh wait, did the balls get locked up there?
No.
Oh. So what are we at? 41? That's still a lot of wood. Yeah. Ooh. He's got revive lit too on that. Ah.
Wasn't able to make it happen. Sorry,
That was ball
Steve.
3.
Was not able to make that one happen. That's unfortunate. That's okay.
Still registering his score. I want to point this out. I'm kind of like, should I even say it? Because people might do it. Sometimes you come to these events where you're right, where you have people where you have to play. You have to play a set number of games. You have a limited number of entries. Blah 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 blah. And you'll have people that play. They're not satisfied with their score, and they just don't submit their score. I don't know how people.
That's
well, I don't
cheating
know.
the system.
I feel like it is.
It is. Well, I mean, you have unentry. That is not a good entry. That is unentry.
Yep, that's how I feel.
You paid to step up to that machine. You got to record your score, whether it's good or not.
Yep.
You know.
I agree.
And if you're not doing that, you're cheating, and I think you should. There should be a penalty for that.
I agree.
Did you fix it? Did you fix it? Yeah, right, we did.
Interflip Dragon is fixed. Thanks to Joe Miller. Super Tech. Here, look, we'll move the camera. Joe, say hi to the camera.
I just had the solution.
Joe, wave.
Actually fixed it.
That's Super Tech Joe Miller. Got Interflip Dragon, famous for its drop targets that go, wow. Getting it fixed up. Keeping our games alive.
So I actually bought a game from Joe Miller today. I'm
No,
really
you bought it
excited.
from Jerry.
Well, same. They're the same guy.
They're
both sell each other's
the
stuff.
same guy.
Same guy.
They sell each other's games. It
They
doesn't.
do.
Yeah.
They do.
We ran into Joe at Ohio, and every game there was Jerry's games. Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, oh, I'm just here selling games for Jerry. That is something nice. Something. This it. Wait, what do you got? What did we say? You can add a ball up to 3 times and one. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I haven't. So what I believe, and maybe G-Bomb can.
Do you have to qualify to add balls, or is it just like hitting the ramp or
No,
something?
you have to. In my experience, what I think it is, and again, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you have to hit certain shots during a multi-ball, not jackpots, but certain shots to get an add-a-ball. So if you hit one, it's not one particular shot on the playfield. There's not an add-a-ball like the phone in Jersey Jack. When you start a multi-ball, you dunk it in there 4 times, you get a multi-ball.
Yeah.
That's not the case in here, in my experience. I believe you have to hit certain shots in order to get that added.
Okay.
I believe it's in Mummy Multi-Ball.
Well, I'll take it. Oh, all I want to do is play this game. All I want to do is play this game.
I love this game. And I have not said that about a Stern in many years. A new Stern.
Well, there's a new Stern, yeah, because I was going to say, there's plenty of Sterns I love.
Yeah.
I love
when
Spider-Man.
you've done it for as long as Stern, there's games out there that I love
Yeah.
of Sterns, but
I love Spider-Man. I mean, I haven't played a Spider-Man Vault Edition. I really want to, just because I like the art, but I love Spider-Man.
JT Harrison.
You didn't see my iPhone that was sitting here?
No,
Oh, it's in my front pocket.
oh,
It was
No, it's in my
Ethan.
back pocket.
Let me know.
Joe, you scared me.
I'm a mess.
We had a phone scare. Someone thought they lost their phone.
you haven't
Thankfully
gotten
they
a
didn't.
chance to play this yet. G-Bond, I don't want to be mean, but you're doing something wrong.
Where? Yeah, go find one right.
I believe he's in
Look,
England.
we try to get people to watch our stream. We try to get people to watch our stuff as much as possible. If there's one near you, stop watching right now and go find it and play it.
He's
It's
right.
that good. It's that good. It won't hurt my feelings.
And you won't regret it either. You're going to love this game.
All right, now that we got new people in here also. We were talking about this earlier. There's a couple new people. People who are in here now. What's your favorite song to play when playing Iron Maiden? And even if you haven't played Iron Maiden, what would be your favorite song to play while playing Iron
That's a
Maiden?
good question.
What's I was like, what would be for your favorite song? Someone will be like, Celine Dion.
My heart will go
Yeah.
on, but just the pan flute. Just that. No.
Watch that backlash. Okay.
No, and this one. Okay, later, guys.
Later, dude. Have a good one, Peppers.
So, this one, I usually either pick, Run to the Hills.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite songs. 2 Minutes to Midnight is another good one. But I love the chorus on. Yeah, exactly.
The hills.
Especially if you get that when you're getting those like ridiculously loop shots, like.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, they did do a good job of incorporating the music too. So something like I didn't like. Bill was on here earlier and he was talking about how he likes Guardians of the Galaxy much more now that they've updated the code, right?
yeah.
He likes it much more. But like Guardians of the Galaxy is limited to
match play and be over.
the modes all seem to be tied to the video. Like, so each mode is based on one of the different characters. Each character has its own video that happens on the screen, and it really feels like the duration of the mode, because it's a timed mode, the duration of the mode is directly tied to the duration of the video.
Okay.
And I don't know if that was just like limitations they had, because there's licensing issues and things like that.
Of course.
But in this, like, it's not like that. You know what I mean? It's not. You're like in the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy, you pick a character, you have that mode. There's a timer set on that. In this, you plunge the ball, you qualify a mode, you start a mode, but at the beginning of the game, you pick a song. That song is not tied to the mode.
Right.
I mean, the modes are all based on songs,
Of course.
but like the song that you pick is not tied to the mode. So if you really like Run to the Hills, you can have Run to the Hills playing non-stop, you know? I like that.
I love it.
Top 24 will make it to the next round. The tiebreaker that we're using is the match play.
Match play, last round is starting up now.